Buddy, I'm Joe Tessitore alongside Teddy Atlas. Good evening and welcome to the Royal London Theatre here in London, England for our main event. 12 rounds among heavyweights between these two great warriors.
Fighting out of the blue corner, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Bad Intentions, Uwait! And his opponent across the ring, fighting out of the blue corner, Big George Форман!
All right, remember, protect yourselves at all times. And no headbutts, no low blows. All right, touch him up.
36 minutes still ahead of him here, round 1 of 12.
You know, just because you look the role doesn't mean you can play the role. And in a matchup like this, we know one guy has a lot of strength. You can just see the muscularity. One guy doesn't. But this sport has taught us time and time again.
Oh, and there you go. George Foreman stunned and he is hurt.
All right, punch it up.
He just missed that shot up top. Big block by Big George. Foreman's actually making a smart move here. He knows he needs some space, so he's pushing his man away. Well-targeted two-punch combo by White. Foreman's showing you a little defensive skill there, able to move away from that punch. Able to defend and then go on the offensive. Was just off the mark. Straight right was lined up, but he missed. George Foreman swelling is exactly what his opponent wanted to see.
Teddy, if you could only pick out a few characteristics for a fighter and apply them to them, what would they be?
Well, I think first of all would be the ability to overcome and the ability to be dependable. Everyone looks at the neon things, the speed, the power, they're tangible. We feel comfortable with those things. We can grab onto those things. But what about the talent of somebody being able to make a choice, a hard choice, in a very dark place?
Tucks those elbows in, blocks the body shot.
Cover your head, kid. Work in the body.
Nice block by White. 10 seconds remaining in this round. And this round comes to an end. Joe Tessitore alongside Teddy Atlas ringside. I'm just looking up at the corner here at this guy that just got tagged, Teddy, this fighter who just got stunned. And I'm thinking, boy, it's like the air's come out. Holy cow! George Foreman's down, but is he out? He's got to fight back now. So Big George Foreman able to get up after that knockdown, and now a real challenge in front of him.
Now the challenge right now is really the opposite of any challenge that he's ever faced before. Usually the challenge is how to get rid of a guy, you know, how to put his big paws on a guy. Now he has to find a way to survive.
Wow! White's knocked down.
One, two, three, four, five, six.
He went down. down from a big shot. Now he's got to have some big guts to move along.
You're going to find out exactly what he's made of.
Good defensive skill with the block by White. George Foreman's eye, to me, is getting worse as things continue on here. Teddy, he's got to be very conscious of that, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does, and his corner has to be, too. They got to be thinking about if it gets to the point where he can't defend himself, they have to do...
Oh, and there you go. White's in bad shape. He is stunned there, and now he ties up.
He ties up, and he was allowed to tie up, and that's what he's going to be sorry for, the other guy, that he allowed himself to get grabbed.
See, the defense pays off as he gets rid of that downstairs.
There are different kinds of power punchers, Teddy. Some are sharp and accurate, some are thudding and impactful. Where does George Foreman lie on that scale?
A bludgeoning type puncher, a guy that you have a headache for about a week. He hits you with such thudding punches that it starts to just break you down as time goes on. But either way, he intimidates you with the force of the punch, with the effect of the punch, and the knowledge that he's in front of you with that ability.
Solid counter punch by White. Oh, White's been stunned. Able to cover up that gut. End of the round there, a round in which we did see the knockdown. And Teddy, when a fighter comes back to the corner, having just been floored, typically how are they acting? What are you seeing out of that?
Just imagine you just walked into a room and somebody hit you from behind. You dropped. You're afraid to go in that room again. So put a light on in that room and explain to him why he got dropped. He will not be afraid.
Holy cow! He didn't see that left hand, and it got to him badly. He should really tie up now. Blocks it away. Not able to land the headshot. Nothing there on the punch by White. White's trying to get back to where he was here in this round. He was knocked down in the last round. Now, Teddy, when you're the opponent and you knock the guy down, those opening few moments of the next round, do you try to size up and kind of take into account where your opponent is? Do you look into his eyes and assess the situation?
Well, I don't know if you get close enough to look right into his eyes as the opponent, but first of all, in the corner, you better not send your fighter out if his eyes don't look clear. That's your responsibility, looking out for the fighter. But as the opponent out there, you look at his legs. If his legs look a little wobbly, you get right on him.
Good-looking counter punch. Foreman's movement's really helping him out, avoiding that punch. Good defensive skill. Here's one for you now, he says. Right back with the left hand. Nice block by Bad Intentions. Big George Foreman, originally from Marshall, Texas, where as a youth, Teddy, he was involved in a lot of street fights. I mean, he had a reputation as the kind of guy that you didn't mess with out and about.
You know, we've had a lot of fighters that have come out that route. Boxing has saved has turned a lot of young men who were in trouble on the streets, turned them into not only world champions, but, you know, world champions as people that can serve society. Foreman is one of those young men.
Able to defend and then go on the offensive. So the round comes to its conclusion, and it's a round in which our man here, as he heads back, was really tagged pretty solid. So if you're the trainer in the corner, what's your approach?
Well, you know, that's a great question. My approach is that I have to remind him that he's on common ground. He's probably going to think he's in a place where he's never been before, but I'm going to remind him, hey, remember you got hurt in the gym? And then give him something to correct the problem. You know, tell him some technical thing that he needs to hear.
Good block by George. White's cheek is ripped open right there. You can see the cut. Staying away from those headshots with his defense up top. Good looking counter punch. Devastating blow by White. And now another left. Good looking counter punch. Seconds to go here in this round. Gets rid of that. It was intended for his head. Takes one, but gives one. Good work by White. One of the most famous calls in all of sports broadcasting is down goes Frazier. Down goes Frazier. Well, there's a reason down went Frazier. It was because of the big shots of George Foreman.
That was one of the great calls, of course, by Howard Cosell. And it was not just a big shot, it was the right plan shot. See, that's where Foreman deserves a little credit for being more than just a hulking guy, a powerful guy. He picked the right punch, the uppercut, the perfect punch at that moment to land on Joe Frazier.
Foreman dismisses that with a block. Blocks that punch. Good scoring counter punch by White. End of the round here, and as I glance around ringside and look at the judges, I'm wondering what they're writing down, because that was a tough round to score.
Yeah, it was, and you know, it's the kind of round where one guy would be really smart to take a page out of the book of Sugar Ray Leonard, Marvin Hagler, where Leonard stole rounds at the end, where he just clipped off 30 seconds, and that's exactly what the judges remembered.
Wow, is he defensively sound. White's cut is on the cheek, and you can see that it's bothering him a bit right now. That's something we'll keep our eye on. Well done that time, landing the counter punch. It is unbelievable how this fight is being fought. Both guys unwilling to stop. One guy goes at it, the other guy meets him punch for punch.
Well, you've heard it before. You've heard the term used one day at a time to deal with something very difficult. Well, this is one round at a time. That is the only way these fighters, these warriors, could deal with this kind of pace.
Nice block that time. It was intended to the head. Halfway into round number 5 here. Protecting his head well with his guard. Able to counter that attack. Excellent 1-2 by White. Just missed scoring with that punch. Able to defend and then go on the offensive. Wow, just sit back and enjoy this one. You can tell both guys are so determined to give everything they have here tonight.
So it's like the first time you heard Ray Charles sing God Bless America. You knew it was special. You knew you hadn't heard it before. I haven't seen anything like this before.
Final 10 seconds of this 5th round. Now this round comes to an end. Joe and Teddy with you ringside. This is one of those fights, Ted. It just feels like to me where it's going to be tough to really score. I mean, it's been a close fight.
Yeah, it's a hard fight to score because you have one guy maybe a little busier, but the other guy makes up for it because he's a little heavier with those blows. So it's a matter of maybe the taste of the judges, what they prefer.
Blocks that punch. Acting like a fighter, coming back with the right hand after getting scored upon. He took a go of it to the body, but came up empty. Teddy, is this becoming a mental thing with him? I mean, he's not firing off the big power punches. I got to wonder why.
You know, that's a good question. Sometimes the guy is making a solid agreement in his mind that maybe if I don't hit him hard, he won't hit me hard back. He's not confident enough now to throw the punches without worrying about what to come back at him.
A minute to go in what has been 2 minutes of sensational action. Neither man coming off stride. Nice block. Well-placed counter punch by White. good counterpunch. What a good war this has been. What a good, solid fight it's been. The kind of fight that tells me somebody wants to get rid of the other guy.
It almost looks like they made a deal where neither one could win by decision, where if they didn't win by knockout, it doesn't count.
White's in bad shape.
No holding.
See, he's got his guard up really well that time, and it protects his head. That punch intended for the head. That just missed. Foreman's, oh, Teddy, this has got to drive his trainer crazy because he's leaving himself wide open with these sweeping shots.
Well, you talk about that old saying, leaving the barn door open and the horses are going to go out. Well, guess what? The punches, sooner or later, they're going to come in.
This is great stuff. I mean, great stuff. Bringing it every which way they are.
Joe, you remember the time you were on a vacation, you saw that perfect sunset?
Oh, yeah.
It was just beautiful. This is beautiful.
Very clean offense from defense by White. Throws a counter punch there.
Finish with the hook.
Good, strong uppercut. He comes right back with it after taking one. End of the round here. Joe and Teddy with you ringside. It's turning out to be a very good fight because it's very competitive. It's one of those fights that's really hard to score.
Yeah, it is hard to score. It's going to be up to the judges now. Hopefully, they've been watching the way they need to watch, and they're competent enough to make sure that it's not just a matter of who's throwing, but, you know, who's really landing.
Able to counter that attack. Oh, boy, look at this. Right from the get-go, they go after one another.
They remind me of my 15-year-old son going to the dinner table.
Oh, White's been stunned, and he crashes to the canvas once again. He's gotten up before. What about this time? 'Fight is over. Big George Foreman's going to be partying tonight. A knockout victory. George Foreman's your winner by knockout, Teddy.
Well, we came in wondering whether or not his opponent had a good chin. We found out.
Yeah, good one for the fans. Glad you tuned in to see it with us. I'm Joe Tessitore alongside Teddy Atlas saying thanks for being with us.